right, welcome to another edition of the Mexican Soccer Show. With me, Cesar. That countdown music, it just kind of gets you through the mood, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of epic. I feel like it feels like we're doing something like so much more serious than a podcast. It's like, what's about to happen? Are we actually going to be on the field? Like, are we getting ready for this game too?
Like hype video. All right, welcome. We haven't been live in a very long time. Cesar Hernandez, all the way in San Diego. We've been doing it, podcast style. All right, but yeah, comments already coming in. We have Fuerza Pizarro, whatever that means, from Jay Carrasco. We're also on TikTok, so if you have TikTok and you want to, listen to us live right now. Cesar's not on, so
you have TikTok and you want to talk.
Yes,
head over to TikTok.
So I'll be like kind of going back and forth. You can't see Cesar on the TikTok because he doesn't have a TikTok. So
I'll say, how is this working? I'm really confused. So you're on your own TikTok. So you only see you. Can they hear me though?
They can hear you.
They can hear me too.
Power of technology here.
I have no idea how that works. It's
very all right. We're going to talk all about the jersey that just came out today, bright and early. Even though there's already been leaks. But I feel like those leaks didn't do the jersey justice. So I want to hear your thoughts, Cesar. Everybody on the chat, let me know what you guys think. We got some friends already that are on saying, RDJ, back on YouTube. Let's go. Cool. Martin, you saw the away jersey. It looks better than the home jersey. I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts. Definitely want to hear what you guys are thinking about the away jersey. And Chicken Biscuit saying, I'm not on TikTok. Get on TikTok, guys. People are searching more things on TikTok than Google. Gen Z is. They're like, it works. You get a video about it. There's all this information. All right, Cesar. First of all, last time we were together, about a couple weeks back, you were under the weather. Everything good now?
Oh yeah, 100%. And obviously, feeling much better. Seeing a bunch of goals in Liga MX. Feeling much better. Getting closer to the World Cup, and also seeing those kits. Especially the most recent one that came out this morning, because I don't know, because I feel like with a lot of kits, sometimes you're like, all right, I don't know how I feel about them, but like maybe I'll buy one like down the line. But I can't remember the last time that it seems like so many people feel really excited about this jersey.
Because people didn't like the black and pink kit?
No, it's just because these are amazing. I'm sorry, it's just like they're generally
wanting away, and we were wanting like a green jersey. The green came out. But these are nice. And, when it got leaked out, I remember seeing the leaks and we're like, oh, what is that weird snake pattern? But, everyone's been saying it. The away is great. The reversible jacket. So let's take a gander. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can here we go. All right. So we're at the Adidas where you can actually buy the gear. Shout out to Adidas LA and Adidas NYC. They're always really cool in hooking us up with some jerseys here at the Mexican Soccer Show. So here we go. Cesar, look, I mean, when I click on it, we have these amazing, we got these models. But all right, your thoughts when you saw the pictures. You and I got a little bit of sneak peek on it because we got the press release from Adidas, and we got to see it. So your initial thoughts, and I want to hear everybody else also what they're thinking on the chat.
I know what I'm thinking is these, along with the green jerseys, are these the best combo Mexico have had since 1998? Since
World
maybe
Cup?
Even honestly, I'm putting it out there. These kits, along with the green ones, is this the best combo we've had since 1990? Or maybe
all right, let's hear it.
Ever? I don't know, man. They're really good.
What do you guys think? Absolutely. Cesar Gonzalez is saying absolutely. On TikTok, what is everybody saying? Are these the best kits that we've seen for a World Cup? Home and away.
They're in the conversation. I'm not saying 100% they are, but it's in the conversation.
Let's go back. 2018. In 2018, you had the Christmas tree green, which was good. And then you had the white with the 3 stripes.
Yeah.
We're not bad. All right. They were like, okay, they weren't bad. 2014, if you remember, there were a lot of people that had problems with the blood orange shirt. That red.
We didn't even know what color. Do we still know what color?
We still don't know what color it is.
Is it red? Is it orange?
Any graphic designers could tell us what the actual code for those colors are, because it's. But yeah, I thought that, and then that was the Power Ranger jersey. Everyone was
Yeah.
freaking out about it. But I always go back and think that, like, once the World Cup and you see those, like, everybody loved the Power Ranger
Power Ranger
2014.
and the Charlie Brown.
And the Charlie Brown, Power Ranger Charlie Brown in 2014. In Brazil, against Brazil, we wore the blood orange, and in the stands, it looked pretty cool. Like those cool. Then 2010,
yeah,
you remember, was the black 2010 that a lot of people really liked, right? And the feathers, almost like this 2010, right? 2010 vibes. Have you ever seen it? Right, with the black, 2010 was really good. 20 and then 2006 we had Nike in 2006.
Yeah,
Nike was with the V, right? If you remember the Pardo, Rafa Marquez, those are okay. A lot of people are going with that. 2002 was just a green. There was no design. It was just a green.
And that was with a circle, right? It was a circle and the number. It was a circle.
Who made that one? I forgot who made it. And then obviously 98 with the Aztec. So I definitely want to say yes. 2006 was great. Yeah. So I don't know, man. What do you think?
I feel like that's definitely the conversation for, like, I don't know. And obviously too, if Mexico gets a big win with these kids, then people are going to be even hyping them up even more. But I don't know. I feel like it's definitely the conversation for one of the best ones I've ever seen. And obviously, like, and anything beyond '94, like, it's like my memory gets like a little hazy because I wasn't, a young kid.
I think they're pretty standards. Like, they're just they're pretty standards. If we're looking at them, the long sleeve one. I mean, here's the green one. I saw a picture. Let me see if our producer.
I'm like half expecting you to be like, all right, so if you want these kits, you can use coupon code Mexican Soccer Show 2022.
No. If I believe, let's see. I know Amy, our producer, is there. If she can put up the Diego Lainez, all the pictures from the players, because I wouldn't have thought that a green short would go good with these.
Yeah.
Did you I'm like, okay, it's gonna probably be.
I guess we'll see what happens this Wednesday, because with some photos you see them wearing the green shorts, with others it's the black shorts. So I am wondering this Wednesday in the friendly against Paraguay to see what the color combo Mexico is going to use, and maybe that'll give a hint about what combo they'll use when they wear the white kits in the World Cup. Because I think it looks good with the white top, green shorts.
The one Diego Lainez has on. The picture with Diego Lainez that he's in front of a taco shop with his kit, which is funny.
Yeah.
Here on the TikTok, possibly Luigi saying 2002 was made by Atletica. You're right. It was that little Atletica one, but it was just green.
Yeah.
In fact, I still have that. I have them all, but yeah, a lot of people are, it's funny because after the koala pink and black one, people are like, why are we still with Adidas? We should go back to Nike. But I'm sorry, when you're looking at all the World Cup, reveals today, and then the rumors for the U.S. Nike shirt.
Yeah.
There it is. Amy put it up. Refrescos fríos. I don't know if you can put that back up, Amy, so we can see it. There it is. I don't know, but I really like the green with shorts with that.
Also, here's a very serious question. Would you actually go eat tacos with these kids? Because I'd be very, very afraid. Do you ever have those? Do you ever have those white jerseys or or jerseys that have like a lot of white, and you're like, I can't wear this out to dinner or to like lunch because I'm like, because I know I'm gonna get like some sort of stain on it, and it would just bum me out. So I don't know if I would actually go eat tacos with you.
Like face and head looking kind of big, and I feel like I think someone mentioned that they like put some kind of filter on there that everybody looks white. They look good. I really like that combo. All right. Yeah. So the question is, saying hi to my friend Diego there at TikTok, who's killing it. Diego, hello.
Is it Diego Lainez?
Saying hi to everybody on. Huh?
I'm just kidding.
Diego Lainez? No, Diego Lainez is on. All right. So you guys are going to type it up. We're going to count the answers here. So everybody that's on the chat and right now, what's better, the away or the home jersey? Let's see it right now. And it'd be interesting because so many people were crying for the green. Yeah. Right? Finally, we have the green, but a lot of people are saying the away maybe.
Yeah, I think they're both really good, but it's got to be
away. Yeah, man, we're getting away clear. Everyone's liking the away. Yeah. You can get both. I think they're around like $90 in Adidas, and then also
And $10 at the swap meet about tomorrow. somehow to be there tomorrow.
This is one of those jerseys that you want to get. Yeah, you definitely want to get the authentic. But then there's the $140 player one, and I got to tell you, because I got both on the green one. I didn't bring it to Atlanta, but it's really nice because on the patterns here on the regular one, there's just kind of like it's kind of printed, but on the player one, it's actually like ridge, and you can feel the almost like plasticky. I don't know what kind of material it is, and also you have the little the design that's in the back. You have it inside for the player one. So if you can afford it, it's $140 though. I got the long sleeve one, so it's cool. But we're excited. Hey, we're not that excited about Mexican soccer. Today we're excited.
It's like do you see? I got like a bunch of replies and people like seeing people making comments and be like Mexico's going to look fire as they get out of the group stage. Like Mexico's going to look amazing as they lose to Poland. Mexico's going to look incredible as they don't make it to the game.
I know. All right. I did want to show you guys the other thing is not only was the jerseys, but man, the track jacket that everyone keeps talking about.
Dude, all the releases are really, really good.
Look at that. It is nice. By the way, I believe this is already sold out. Like you can't get it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. I like with all the stuff that's coming. Like I'm not even gonna try.
I tried to get it and I was ready to check out, and then it said kids. So I was like, wait a second, I gotta go back. Yeah. So, the reversible one by, I think I believe. See, I don't know if our producer can put back the who had it. Oh yeah, the I believe Marcelo was wearing it, right? Marcelo Flores was wearing it.
Yeah, the
track jacket. They look good.
Yeah,
they look good. Anyway, you could also go. I think World Soccer Shop has it, and they're on back order. So if you were looking to buy the track jacket, you can do that. So, yeah. So a lot of people track jackets, and it's already the trolling already started. Predictions for the game. I say Pizarro gets a hat trick. That's yeah. There you go.
Hey, you never know.
I had one.
You never know.
All right. Yeah, people are saying. A friend of the show, Valeria, saying she got the youth jacket. Yeah, if you can fit in the youth one, or the women's, you can. So it's the women and the youth there, but the track jacket for adult males have already sold out. So anyway, a lot of people are saying the away is better one. Cesar, so do we have away is better than the home?
Yeah, definitely. But the thing is, that's saying a lot though, because the home one is fantastic too. The home is really, really good. So I think that's saying a lot about how good the away is.
Yes. So there it is. If there's anything that we could beat the United States is how we're looking, because, so, I mean, we at least one up. There's the league for the U.S. There it is. Our boy Marcelo Flores looking great. Here he is with the jacket. It didn't give you like, what's the Korean, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. What's that show that went crazy last year? Squid Games.
Oh, Squid Games.
Yes, there's Amy saying. Did it give you like Squid Game vibes?
No, but now I'm gonna be thinking about that.
Anybody else get Squid Game vibes with the track jacket?
An entirely different meaning, like as Mexico steps onto the field with those. Although it's gonna be hot, so I don't think that they're gonna be using any single jackets. I don't think anybody will get the World Cup. It's gonna be warm. I mean, it's gonna be warm though, right?
No, it's not. That's why this is another conversation we can have about the World Cup, because it really isn't going to be that hot.
But it's still going to be warm, right? It's not like it's going to be.
I mean, it's not going to be freezing, but people are going to be wearing those jackets. It's going to be chilly.
Yeah.
Watch. So we'll see. Somebody was saying Adidas definitely won the World Cup kit battle. This Nike's bland, Puma's so boring.
Yeah, a lot of them are really bad. There are actually a lot of really bad. I don't know.
Was really good. Was Brazil?
Yeah, but a lot of like
Brazil Nike one was amazing.
Yeah, which company? The ones where it looks like they're doing like it's like blank spaces. Is that Puma, or just like where it's like it?
I thought Puma looked like a road sign. I'm not necessarily.
Yeah, it was really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, We usually talk about soccer. It's just that we're this excited because we don't get a lot
that's
of
soccer.
news.
That's soccer. It's
We don't
relevant.
necessarily get a lot of positive news in the Mexican soccer sphere, so we spent a lot of time on it. I hope you'll get it. And yeah, and this we're not paid by Adidas, by the way. Although sometimes they do.
Unless if they want to,
Yeah,
they can.
definitely.
We're not saying no to that. Hey, step up, Adidas.
All right. I'm in Atlanta, as you can see, this hotel room in downtown Atlanta. I'm excited because of the world of Coke, and I love Coca-Cola. It's like right around the corner. So I've never been. This is actually my first time in Atlanta. Usually Amy is the one that travels to Atlanta, but this time we switched it up. So I am here in Atlanta, Mexico contra Paraguay, which will be on Wednesday. It's going to be a late game. It does say 8:30, but it's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern.
I mean, yeah, I think a lot of fans probably
9:06.
Yeah, it's like at 9 they'll be like walking out on the field and the national anthems and
yeah. 9. Oh, by the way, somebody was talking about the Mexico goalie kit.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. The one that kind of looks like a throwback to something that to what Campos.
Jorge Campos.
The eternal champ, Jorge Campos.
So Jorge Champions. All right. So let's talk about Mexico versus Paraguay. A game. It's a non-FIFA date, right? Which is I'm glad it's a non-FIFA date. All of our Mexicans abroad are doing well. Can you imagine if it was? They're just coming into the season. Yeah. Everyone wouldn't have scored this weekend. I mean, let's be honest. If they would have been on a plane to Mexico. But I know we have let's see. Talk to me about the Mexico versus Paraguay. What do you expect in this game while I put up the roster?
I mean, for me, when I'm thinking about this game, I'm not going in with the approach of Piojo Herrera, who basically said, I think he said something along the lines of these games don't work because he's saying a lot of these players aren't going to the World Cup. That is true. You look at this roster, there are a lot of players here who aren't going to be going to the World Cup. But what I'm viewing this game as, it's a last opportunity for a lot of those players to make a final claim for themselves. As we've seen in recent weeks, sometimes surprising injuries come out of nowhere, and suddenly a lot of fringe and alternate players have an opportunity here. Like I said, there's a lot of names here who need to.
Let's go through them.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Out of all these, do you see them in the World Cup? Yes, no, or on the bubble? Carlos Acevedo.
On the bubble.
Kevin Alvarez.
Maybe. I think on the bubble too. Yeah.
All right. Jesus Gallardo, 100% in.
Yeah, agreed. Gallardo, agreed.
We're not saying this is our list. This is what we think Tata's gonna like. Jesus Gallardo is definitely in. Cesar Montes, I think he's in.
Probably in. Yeah.
Israel Reyes.
No, I mean he's a good talent, but he's got a lot to prove. Yeah.
All right. Uriel Antuna.
Yeah, he's in.
Fernando Beltran.
Probably not. On the bubble. I guess if we're saying on the bubble, or like definitely on the flight to Qatar, he's on the bubble. Yeah.
Okay. Sebastian Cordova. That's another on the bubble. How much his stock dropped after the Olympics?
Well, the thing. We also have to say really quickly that yesterday they announced that Cordova and Henry Martin won't be available for the game because of injuries. So they won't be available for the match. But it's unfortunate because his stock dropped, but actually he's quietly had a good season.
Yeah, no, he started good. Definitely started better.
Yeah,
the old Cordova looks like is back,
but he still has like some of these players. He still has a lot to prove. And I'm not. There's no way you could see him as a.
Someone on the TikTok comment said, "I think your opinions don't matter to Tata."
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, mi familia. We know it's true. I mean, maybe Tata listens to. I am.
Unless if he's listening. He's in Atlanta, right?
He's here. He's here. Yeah. He went to Atlanta versus DC United. Was that a game yesterday?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's in Atlanta because obviously he's gonna be at the game. But I meant like he watched a recent Atlanta United game. So maybe he's next door and he's to you, so he's like, he's getting some ideas. He's like, wow, what did they say about
Charlie Rodriguez.
Can we have a level where it's
a level of bubble, like an above bubble and a below bubble?
Above the bubble, he's on two. Like he's in a super bubble. That's close. He's Yeah.
Eric Sanchez.
No, on the bubble.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I kind of went on the left side there, but it's okay. Okay, Lalo Aguirre. I don't think so.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
bubble. Yeah.
and Alexis Vega. I think Alexis Vega is in.
Yeah, he's in. He definitely in.
On the other side of porteros, Luis Malagon. No.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's in the bubble.
Jesus Angulo.
On the bubble. On the bubble.
Emilio Lara.
I mean, this is his first ever call up,
Everybody
so.
would have to say. Luis Reyes.
No, I mean, yeah, no, he's definitely on the bubble, and I would be very, very surprised if he went to the World Cup.
Roberto Alvarado.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think? It's.
El
I mean,
Piojo Alvarado. Tata likes El Piojo Alvarado.
Yeah.
And he plays El Piojo whenever he wants to get a result. But it's just I think he's there. I think he could go, but Luis Chavez
on the bubble, but with each passing day, it looks like he's definitely going to Qatar.
El Chaca Rodriguez I'm just kidding. Rodolfo Pizarro. All right, let's be truthful about Rodolfo. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
There's a lot of comments about Rodolfo Pizarro. I don't know if Tata wants. It's like just hoping for that Pizarro from 2019 to come in and dominate again. Are you seeing that Pizarro even in Liga MX?
No, not at all. The thing is though, and would I once again, if we're thinking about what Tata's thinking, and would I have Pizarro going to the World Cup? No. Do I see why Tata might take him? Potentially. Like what I thought was interesting was when you looked at all the winger options for Mexico after the Tecatito injury, you recognize that Pizarro is the most experienced of the backup options, and he understands the Tata system, and he understands what Tata wants. So I wouldn't be surprised if we can say whatever we want, but he maybe Tata thinks he's already gone, but I don't know.
All right. It's everyone keeps kind of getting mad about the whole Pizarro. So,
but it makes sense because he's not performing at the level for a player that should be going to the World Cup. He's not playing at the level that he should be playing at, and that's fair for fans to feel bothered by that. But I do hope he proves a lot of us wrong. I mean, I do hope that he is actually going to be playing at a higher level. And if he is given a chance here, and I imagine he'll probably get at least an appearance off the bench or some, maybe even might start. I really do hope that he proves us wrong because, like I mentioned, right now, like the race is on for Tecatito's substitute, and I think that's something I'm going to pay attention to in this game is who are going to be the starting wingers. And
count me in. Put him in already. 2006 Guardado was there when he was 18.
There's a chance. You never know. But
cross him off. I'm just telling you guys, like, don't cross him off. Especially if Tata likes him and he needs a creative player like that. Yeah. Give him that young opportunity. Let's go.
There's still time. There's still time too for him to.
There's definitely still time.
Yeah. But that's what I'm paying attention. I'm looking at the game. I'm paying attention to whoever starts in the wings.
Luis Romo for you.
There was a time where it seemed like, for sure he was going to go, and now I don't know.
And I think that's what, a lot of people that are always saying, why are we bringing this player that's doing really well in Liga MX for this season or maybe a year? And then where are these players, 2 years from now? And if you look at that, people were going crazy about Eric Sanchez, Luis Romo, Israel Reyes, Sebastián Córdoba. These are Liga MX players that we're all like, when there was someone in front of them that was one of the regulars for Tata, and, these guys were doing really good in Liga MX. All right, you give them the chance, but they're not doing as well in Liga MX. Their stockers dropped. And who's still there? The Gallardos, the Pizarros. They continue to do, even Gallardo, he's having a good season.
Yeah, actually, he played decently. For Rayados in the yesterday when they beat Tijuana 3-0. I think that was the game. But he actually did pretty well in that game.
Gallardo's having a good season, and he's going to be in the World Cup. Henry Martin was left off of an injury, a player that, again, I feel like we forget because during the World Cup qualifiers, anytime Henry Martin would come in, people would just be like, why is he here? He sucks. He's washed up. Look at Henry Martin now.
Yeah. Is he going to be the new Oribe? And I'm not saying that just because he plays for America, but like a guy who's not going to be a starter for all three, but off the bench, like, and someone who could be impactful for the national team after having a good run of form in Liga MX. Like maybe he'll be the new Oribe. You know, like I don't think he'll be a starter, but you can't really argue against his form because he's doing incredible. And yeah, he's injured, but luckily some reports are indicating that he's only going to be out for, I think it's like 10 days. Yeah. So I think more than anything, America just didn't want him to make his injury worse. But yeah, if he continues scoring that's the interesting thing too.
Just, I don't know if Henry Martin makes it.
Oh, if he's scoring this much though, like
but okay. Let's you remember, you don't just take like I'm going to take 4 delanteros. No, you take the backup. You take 2 per each position, right? And then 2 extra ones. So you have 11 players, and you take their backup, and then 2 usually defenders, midfielders. You don't take that many forwards. So if we're looking at it, Raúl Jiménez.
Yeah.
Who's his backup right now?
Right. I mean,
a 9, and you need a 9. You don't.
I think people could make the argument Henry Martin. I'm not saying I would put Santi. I'd put Santi Jiménez. I think people can make the argument that it would be Henry.
In Europe or Henry Martin if the World Cup was this week. I want to hear your thoughts, TikTok. I want to hear. Look, here we go. Cesar, to you.
Oh man, I see. Like
you could only take them.
If the World Cup was if it was this week,
you're like Raúl Jiménez is benched.
Yeah, I know, right? If it was this week, okay. I don't know. I know you want me to have an answer here, but that's why I'm not the manager of the Mexican national team. But it's just 50-50 between Henry Martin and Santi Jiménez. The easy answer, it should be an easy answer. It should be Santi Jiménez. It should be, and that should be the answer here. But just because of how well Henry Martin has been doing,
perfect answer from Cesar Gonzalez. Jiménez, because it happens this week. You know, Henry Martin is injured.
Oh, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, boom. Santi Jiménez. Next question.
TikTok is all over the place. TikTok saying Chicharito. Like the comments between the difference. The TikTok is hilarious. If you're following on TikTok, Santi Jiménez no tiene muchos minutos. Yeah, it's tough.
That's the other thing too. Yeah.
Henry healthy in what he's been doing. Santi Jiménez. I would still go with Santi Jiménez. Size. I know. You know, we shouldn't discriminate if anybody, but Raúl Jiménez. I think suplente would be Santi Jiménez. Young, and remember, you can also take more than I think. What is it? 26 this time around. So maybe
I think I would just be surprised if there are 4 forwards. I feel like what makes sense to me is it's Raúl Jiménez, 2 backups, and then a kind of way to have 4 forwards, but not really, is I think Alexis Vega is going to get called in because he can play on the wing and he can play as a striker. So if you need a 4th striker, that could be Alexis Vega. So
that's why I only think true 9s to the World Cup will only be 1 with Raúl Jiménez and a backup. That's it. I think you
got to do 2. I think you got to do 2, like two backup 9s.
I think that's when you find another player that's okay up there. I mean, it's especially in that 4-3-3 formation. So we'll see. Back to the list. I think that's it. So what do you expect in this game? You know, these are the types of games where I know people call them moleros. I know people don't. You know, okay, they're just a waste, money grab, whatever. But these are the games where the Santi Jiménez, came out. These are the games. These are games to see these players that are on the bubble to go to the World Cup, and we need all the help we can get. Did you see World Cup qualifiers? Don't worry about. We already know Europeos, and right here on the comments on TikTok, people are kind of fighting about Guardado. They shouldn't call Guardado, guys. We don't have a leader in the national team, and maybe Guardado isn't getting as many minutes, but Guardado is going to go.
Yeah,
Ochoa. Yeah. Moreno, Herrera, and I know that these are games, but they're gonna go. You need that leadership.
Yeah, and it's all about the thing is too. It's we talk about a lot on the show. If it was just choosing the best players, that would be a much easier job for a manager. It's not just choosing who the best players are. You're what you're doing a lot of the time too is just like you're committing to this project, you're committing to this group, and you can't just be like, all right, let's bring in Chicharito. You can't just bring, as nice as that would be, because how would that change the mentality of the group? How would that change the harmony of the group? Because it's easy for us to just watch what's happening on the field, but realistically, these are going to be a group of players who are going to be stuck in a hotel for just hanging out with each other for hours and hours and days, and yeah, we can focus on just what's on the field, but you gotta think about how the group can stay together without any issues, without any distractions. And sometimes what that leads to is managers sticking with certain players like a Pizarro, like a Gallardo, because they're part of this group, because they're great in the locker room, perhaps they're great behind the scenes, but yeah, you can't just swap players, bring players out. And that's why we're going to see a lot of those veterans too.
You know what? Everyone knows what I was going to make it, because he said this will be my last World Cup. So he already got. So that leads to tell me that people already got the yes, you're going to the World Cup talk.
Yeah,
you already know. Now there's people in the bubble, and I think this is why Tata's going to be with these players. Is there anybody that's not on here? I know Tata was making the rounds, and he's going to go to talk to all the MLS players when he's here, right after these games. So I mean, he's going to go to LA. He's going to talk to Frayin. I don't know if he's going to talk to Cheech or not, but I mean Herrera. No, he's not going to talk to Vela, or Vela's done. It's not going to happen. But yeah, these are the players that I know that he trusts, and you have to bring these types of players up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and especially with the leadership that they have, it's with each passing week, sometimes you wonder, it's like, okay, maybe an Ache Guardado starting midfield is it the most ideal, but these are still leaders. These are still players who are very, very important. And for Guardado, he's the captain. He's still the captain of the national team. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be his last World Cup after those comments he made. But yeah, no, Guardado's going to be there. Ache's going to be there. And of course, it wasn't that long ago that Tata said that Ache was Mexico's best player. It wasn't that long ago.
Best? What do you say? Talented best?
What do you say?
I don't know. He was about to play. I mean, he was playing Champions League.
Yeah, was he saying? Would you say was the most important or the best or talented? Whatever. He obviously thought that
crazy for it.
Yeah, Tata really likes Ache, who is struggling with Houston, but that's another story.
Yes. All right. Really quick, what's up with this Sendejas drama? Is he still eligible to play for both countries? Yes, he can play for both countries still. So really quick, with Sendejas, obviously the drama was he was not called up to the national team. And then a story came out that supposedly there's this agreement that Mexico wanted him to sign, saying that he's not going to play for the U.S. anymore. Then that kind of went a little viral, but no. What happened is that Sendejas still has not asked for the one-time switch with FIFA, which he needed to in order for him to play the games that he played against Guatemala and I believe Ecuador last year, where they're non-FIFA dates. Excuse me. So when he played those, we thought that he did the one-time switch, and that once you do the one-time switch after playing with the other, he played with the U.S. in 2017. I think there's a picture of him in Pulisic in the U17s.
The U15, he played in I think it was a 2015 U15 World Cup. So because he's needed to do the one-time switch, reportedly he hasn't done that yet. But the big thing was that people thought that that there was some sort of shady behind the scenes kind of like agreement that either a player has to sign for U.S. Soccer or the FMF. U.S. Soccer denied that. Looks like that's not true. Maybe and it seems like there's confusion about the one-time switch or about committing to Mexico. It seems like in the end, Sendejas needs to sign that one-time switch to officially confirm whether he wants to commit to El Tri, because he is eligible for the U.S. men's national team. And I can also see. I mean, he should have signed that one-time switch, but at the same time too, I could see why he is leaving his options open, because he's doing really well. He's been a fantastic player for America. So, but yeah, it seems like just needs to file that one-time switch, and FIFA are investigating the situation. And but yeah.
So because he played those two games and he needed to have the one-time switch, now it's an investigation. They're looking over. I think what's going to happen is those games are going to be forfeited, and I believe that the points for those games are they're going to be, I don't know, taken away. It's going to be that crazy. It's not that crazy. Now, what people are saying is that this agreement, from my knowledge, from a source in the FMF, there is an agreement that the U.S. and Mexico federations have, where they kind of like, it's kind of like Pacto de Caballeros. Hey, just communication. I'm about to call this guy.
Yeah.
Do you have any problems with it? And they actually do communicate. No, I'm not using him anymore. Yes. It's not like, I think there was a player that one of the federations called up and they were still in camp and they didn't like it. So normally if a player is playing for a federation, it's not like the other one's going to call them behind their back. It is an agreement that they have. That's the agreement that people thought supposedly, it came out that he had to sign. No. Mexico's trying to tell Zendejas, before we call you, you need to do the one-time switch.
Yeah.
Because and what happened. So right now, I don't know if somebody messed up in the federation because maybe they didn't think it was necessary to do the one-time switch with the the non-FIFA friendlies, which, but it looks like, the regulation, it looks like it is. So we'll see what happens. But Zendejas was told from the sources that are saying that he's not going to the World Cup. He's not in any of Tata's plans for right now. And then Mexico's saying, hey, sign the one-time switch. And he's like, well, if I'm not necessarily needed right now, maybe I'll look over to the U.S. since I was already there. But I don't know if the U.S. could even begin to do that because he already played an illegal match with Mexico.
Yeah. And we'll have to see what FIFA say, because like there have been they're looking into it. There's nothing confirmed just yet about what's going to happen. If it was actually, in fact, if he wasn't actually eligible for those friendlies, or if it was okay, maybe there's some sort of other documentation too. Maybe that was signed. Who knows? But I'll be curious to see what FIFA find here.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the actual match. As we've said, your thoughts. What do you want to see? What do you want to get out of this match, Cesar? And all you guys are on the chat, we can also discuss.
Yeah, like I said, I think the obvious thing is seeing certain players in the bubble that need to step up, because it's probably the last opportunity to make a case for themselves ahead of the World Cup. But I think, like I said earlier, the big thing for me is seeing who the starting wingers are. With Tecatito out, I think we'll get some insight, at least from those within Liga MX, who could be leading the race here for minutes. Because obviously you have, Lainez abroad. You have who else could be playing in that position from abroad? I think Lainez. Orbelin,
Flores,
as well as Marcelo Flores. But I think when you're looking at the Liga MX players, I see Antuna potentially leading the race. I see potentially.
Tata loves Antuna.
He does, and actually, I think
Alvarado could also play there.
He could also play there. Like Alexis Vega can also play there. So I'm curious to see.
There's a position that we do have good players around. It is Tecatito's position.
Yeah, and that's.
I don't want to say that if there's a position that we should have an injury, Tecatito's position, we do have somebody there. Obviously, you don't want any injuries, but if it was like a left back, a right back,
actually the right back, that's looking a little bit better these days. But now it's looking.
Ochoa? Raul?
Yeah.
Obviously, horrible news with Tecatito. Just cannot catch a break. And if you remember, Tecatito is supposed to be the player that, this world-class player that we had. And it just feels like in the World Cups, do you remember him in 2018? I believe the year right before the Confederations Cup.
That's right. There's some family stuff. Yeah.
Family stuff in the Confederations Cup where he was just killing it. This was going to be his time, and then he didn't go. It sucks. But that's the trajectory of players sometimes when you get injured. And it was just a practice, right? It was like all of a sudden in the news, I get an alert like at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, what is going on? And it was Tecatito.
Right? Yeah, because his manager over at Sevilla said there was a press conference, and he was like something along the lines of Tecatito had an injury, and the manager was saying actually it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. So that's when people started freaking out. And then Sevilla announced that he was out for 4 to 5 months. And there are reports that maybe there's a chance he'll miraculously be
Yeah,
healed and make it back. But I'm not holding on to that hope.
All right, let's going back to this great kid.
Yeah, because
So I don't want to talk about Tecatito, such bad news. But if you're watching it, all right, this happened today. Okay. What do you expect? I don't know a lot about Paraguay. It's a team that's not going to the World Cup. It's such a shame. When you're looking at these friendlies, we're going to play a lot of the Conmebol teams, of course. So for those of you that are like, estos moleros contra Guatemala or contra, whatever, I really couldn't tell you, and maybe I should have done a little more research, but we'll see how these games are. These are the types of games, and I'll tell you, Cesar, where a tie happens because we think we're going to run over this team, but if we're looking at these friendlies, we didn't beat Ecuador, we didn't beat Guatemala. Like, when you're looking at all these, it's not like there's a lot of great results that are coming out of these friendlies, which is good because these players are, So what do you expect? What do you want? And give us I will go with a prediction.
I mean, it's tough too because remember these aren't Mexico's top players. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of support for Mexico over there in Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think some players have a point to make here ahead of the World Cup, as opposed to the Paraguay players, who aren't going to be involved in the World Cup. So I think that there are going to be some players who really step up, and I think it's going to be a very, very difficult match, but Mexico gets through 2-1.
All right, 2-1. Cesar saying it. Let's hear your predictions on the chat. Also on TikTok. What happens with Mexico contra Paraguay? More importantly, what's the starting 11? I think that's where everyone's just kind of looking at to see. I'm gonna go with 2-2. I feel like there's a lot of goals in these types of friendlies where we got 3-1 by Diego FIFA on TikTok, who's a friend of ours. We'll see what happens. But he's always very, he says Mexico's going to win the World Cup, so I'm not sure I'm going to believe it.
We'll win the World Cup of kits. Is that a thing?
World Cup of kits. Yes.
Yeah. Can we get a trophy for that? We'll make it to the 5th game.
I don't know. Brazil's Nike one is really nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Super, super nice. Like the whole leopard, even the button. They have like the flag on the button.
Yeah.
It's always really good. All right. 2 other friendlies that are coming up in September in California, Pasadena. We know how much we love games in Pasadena. And then also one in Santa Clara against Colombia and Peru.
In Peru, yeah.
Colombia is supposedly the send-off, right? The Pasadena, and then you have the...
because everybody's been waiting to see if there's a potential game in Mexico, but nothing's coming out. Nothing's coming out. No one's saying anything. We're getting really close to the World Cup. But if teams are, and when Mexico announced these friendlies, when they announced these games, it's not at the last minute. So if you would think if there was going to be a game in Mexico ahead of the World Cup, it would have been announced by now.
Right now, there's not going to be a game in the world in Mexico. It is going to be the send-offs are going to be here in California. There is a potential game. I know there's a game in Girona, Spain. There might be another one in Spain the week of.
There was the one that was confirmed against Sweden.
Yeah,
and I think there's reports about the one against Iraq. But those are basically friendly. Like, well, I guess they're all friendly. But like those are like, I feel like that's more of a scrimmage at that point, like ahead of like the World Cup. But yeah, it looks like the send-off is going to be against Colombia in Santa Clara. I feel like San Jose makes more sense. I feel like they say Santa Clara.
But it's San Jose.
That's San Jose.
Yes, Mexico versus Peru in Pasadena. Sorry guys, I got a little chicken biscuit saying 1-0 there. 2-1 Mexico win. Yes, someone saying isn't there a game in Spain? Yes, I believe there might be 2 games in Spain. This is the first you heard about it. They're trying to the week before the World Cup. One against Sweden. I don't know. I think maybe they're thinking of getting like an Iraq.
Yeah, that's what everybody should say. Is it looks like it's going to be
just so we can have. I mean, the preparation games. You have Sweden game, kind of like Poland.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird when teams do this and it's like you're like you're close. You're close to them, right? You're literally close. I'm looking at a map here. you're close. You're a lot closer to them than we are. So we're gonna face you.
Like who like can somebody look up Poland? The Polish friendlies, are they like, all right, who's like Mexico? Definitely.
They just look at a map of North America and they're just
Guatemala.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. I mean, if you were a coach for another team and they said, you know what, you pick a friendly. Let's say Polish. Cesar, you are you part of the Polish Federation, and you have to come up with a friendly against Mexico. Who would you play?
United States.
I think get ready for Mexico?
Yeah, most definitely.
Totally different styles.
No, but I think they're on the same.
Colombia, maybe.
I think they're close. If you're wanting to play someone who's at the same level, like I feel like it's definitely the United States, and just because the amount of times they played against each other.
Yeah, but it's the totally different like team. Like you gotta. I don't know. I'm thinking you have to try to get somebody like Mexico, at least possession style. I'm not gonna go crazy Brazil, but. I don't know, someone like
It would be Brazil, that's for sure.
Julio Vega saying Costa Rica. I don't know if they have that much possession as us, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Brazil, Jay Carrasco saying Brazil. I don't know. By the way, on the TikTok chat for the 50th time, are we gonna call Chicharito? No, Chicharito's not going. That's it. It's over. That's sailed. No more. Everyone wishes he can, but there have been no. Chicharito gets called up. Does Henry Martin or Bebote? Ooh, you drop. Are you guys ready to drop Santi Jimenez or Henry Martin for Chicharito?
I mean, a lot of Chivas fans would be like, yeah, drop Henry Martin. But yeah, that's the Chicharito's not.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, Chicharito, that's not happening.
It's not going to happen.
And the only true winner here is social media engagement for LA Galaxy's Twitter account. Every single time, it's just amazing. Just the social media engagement they get every single time. L3 is like good game, like Efrain good game, like Araujo, and then like LA Galaxy.
For the record of my friends at the FMF, they cannot tweet about Chicharito. I always go back because he
hasn't been called up over the last year, right?
18 months, I believe. 18 months. So yeah, so that's why they can't mention. All right. Who are we playing that's supposedly like Argentina? So this is why we're playing Peru, and this is why we're playing Colombia.
And Paraguay. It's all three
and Paraguay.
Yeah, Paraguay, Peru.
Because we were supposed to play Argentina until the draw came out. In fact, that game again in Rose Bowl was supposed to be against Argentina. Can you imagine if it would have been against Argentina? That would have been crazy. But then we drew them. And there went that. And then another whole Brazil conversation came out, but we're not playing Brazil.
Yeah, once again, I think we would have heard by now.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Yeah,
it's not happening at all. All right, switching talking points. Mexicans abroad, an amazing weekend. I don't remember a weekend this good.
Yeah, it's
our Mexicans abroad.
It feels weird that Jorge Sanchez made his debut for Ajax. Mm-hmm. He literally tried a bicycle kick and had a shot on target. Like Raul Jimenez, like he scored, it was ruled off. He did like a pirate celebration. Eric Gutierrez.
What was the pirate celebration for?
It's because of his eye patch, right? Or not his eye patch. It's his head patch, which he turns into the eye patch. Apparently, I read somewhere that like some of his like teammates were giving like kind of like making jokes about the patch, the head patch, and they say that like it kind of makes him look like a pirate. So I think he embraced it. But betting you, even like that in itself should make it an exciting weekend for the Mexicans abroad. But those weren't even the best performing players.
We're not.
Like you had Lainez getting a goal and also helping we'll call it the hockey assist for Braga. Edson Alvarez getting an assist, and he was the man of the match for Ajax, or I guess they have the Budweiser sponsorship, so they say it's like the king of the match. And then Santi I know, right? And then Santi Jimenez getting a goal and assist. It was really exciting. And yeah, like Flores and Aceves like getting minutes, and Chucky getting minutes, Guardado finally getting minutes after he was registered. Arteaga, it was a decent weekend.
It was a decent weekend for Mexicans abroad. 3 goals. When was the last time that we had 3 goals? I think the only one, I think Chucky had a horrible miss. People were talking about that. But outside of that, when you're starting to see this, this team coming together for the World Cup, and we said this already, this season's going to be huge for our players, and it looks like everyone is getting minutes that they deserve.
Yeah.
Like, is there anybody right now that you're like, you know what, he's stuck on the bench and not playing? Those players moved or been scoring.
I think the only like, I know it's gonna take time, but I want Linus to be in the starting 11 in Portugal. He's true. I think it's only a matter of time though, because like when you watch him with the performances off the bench, like he's doing really well. Like Linus is, I'd be shocked if he doesn't move into the starting 11. But hopefully Jorge Sanchez can get a starting role. Hopefully with Guardado, we'll see too, just because he wasn't registered with Real Betis. He just was. Yeah. He was subbed on at the last minute in their game. So hopefully, fingers crossed that he'll be getting minutes, because as we've discussed too, it's just Real Betis, they have a lot of midfielders. They have a lot of talented midfielders. So
and they have a really good team. I've been following Real Betis a ton. They are going to be in the Champions League next year. I'm calling it. They are going to be top 3 of La Liga, top 4. So there's a lot of competition that's there. So we'll see.
Here's a very serious question for you, though, Wissam.
All right, let's go.
Raul Jimenez. So he did the pirate celebration with the hook and the eye patch. Mm-hmm. Then over the weekend, he did the eye patch, and then he had the little like pirate telescope. Where does he go from here?
He walks the plank. He's
what? How does he walk the plank?
I don't know. The eye patch. What else?
He's like stands on like
stands on something.
Like maybe like, okay. So you're saying he climbs the goal.
Climbs the goal.
Walks the plank. Pulls out a sword.
Hey, celebrations are big right now. Did you see the Lucha Libre celebrations in Liga MX?
Yeah, he got Elian Hernandez. He got a yellow for that. The ref was like, nope, you can't do that.
And who did what? There's an America player. Then he went to Tiburones, who did like a whole Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Like, what was his name? He was really good. It was in Paleta Esqueda.
Yeah. It was similar to that one, the Pachuca player, Elian Hernandez. And also shout out to him. 2 goals. First ever start for Pachuca. So pretty cool. Elian Hernandez, 22 years old. Yeah.
All right. We're coming to the end of the show. Really quick, send us your questions and we'll answer them. Is the friendly in Pasadena going to be Liga MX players only? No, this is the send-off for Mexico. So this is going to be a whole-on FIFA date.
Yeah, FIFA date for both the games. So yeah, there's going to be.
There it is, Angel Reina.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, yeah, there we go. I know I could have. Yeah,
Talk about a player with potential, man. I remember seeing Angel Reina young. I'm like, this kid's going to be. And then what happened? He loved. Yeah. Here he is, Angel Reina. All right, what questions do you guys have? On TikTok here, we have a few more minutes before we are done. Thank you once again to everybody that's on TikTok. We'll be doing these on Mondays when we go live. Whatever questions you have, send Cesar a message to get a TikTok so he's on and we can have him on.
I'm an old man, so you have to like write me a letter, send it through carrier pigeon, send me a telegram, send me something through Morse code. You're
gonna see Mexico versus Sweden in Girona. Yeah, I'm actually planning to be there before going to Qatar. Will I be at the Rose Bowl game? Will I be? Yes, I will be at the Rose Bowl games. Who do you think will be the next generation? Who's the next star in the generation?
It's funny. I was just asked that this morning for a project. I don't know. Actually, something that I've been paying attention to is that there is a lot of really exciting Mexican-American players, actually. Mm-hmm. And FMF, they're definitely paying more and more attention to a lot of Mexican-American players. Keep an eye on Cruz Medina over at the San Jose Earthquakes. I think he was on trial with Bayern Munich, actually.
Cruz Medina, remember that
name? Alex Alcala over at the Galaxy. There's some sort of weird deal that reportedly that he has with Manchester City, where they could potentially sign him when he turns 18. In Liga MX, I don't know. I think some of the more. I think Emilio Lara. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind, just because he just got his opportunity now, and I think which is really good, cool too, because the reason why he got an opportunity was because Jorge Sanchez went to Ajax. With Jorge Sanchez going to Ajax, then Emilio Lara, who just made his
That's-
Liga MX debut last
the
November.
path.
But yeah, I think
That's the path. All right, some trolls on here saying the U.S. is better, American soccer is better. All right, cool, good for you.
I mean, they have been getting more wins.
Sure, they have been getting more wins. Sure,
They have
but
been getting more wins.
your boy Pulisic isn't going to have playing time before the World Cup, so we'll see what happens.
Also, quick shout out to the Liga MX week at 34 goals. That's the most goals that we've seen so far this season. So that was good to see, because a lot of us were complaining there weren't enough goals in Liga MX play. That it was like in 2021 you had like the two of the three worst seasons when it came to average goals per game. But you're getting a lot more goals now. It's looking like, and obviously it's Liga MX is much more than just watching high scoring games. But that's part of the reason why I started to like it as a kid, and why a lot of like casual fans like it too, is just because Liga MX is part of its identity. It's like, yeah, it's just all attack minded soccer, so it's fun. So yeah.
Yes, Liga MX. I was gonna put the standings on it, but I don't think this is the correct standings.
Is it Monterrey in first, America?
Is that correct? Yes. Is that correct?
Yeah, that should be.
Because I have 3 standings here that I have deleted, and I want to make sure it's the right one. Here we go. All right. Look at Club America, man. Whoosh. And
yeah, they're doing well. Yeah, so
Chivas now coming back up when you're looking at it.
Yeah, that's one of the talk about, just America and Chivas. It wasn't too long ago that they were both struggling. Now, if you're looking at the last few weeks, they're probably the most informed clubs. They're doing well. Their managers it seems like they're not going to be fired after a lot of conversation about them potentially being fired. So things look good for them. Cruz Azul finally getting a win after the new manager stepping in, Potro Gutierrez, who helped Mexico in the 2011, was that the U17 World Cup? I forget. But
2011.
But yeah, but it was a difficult time for Cruz Azul last week because their manager was fired. A bunch of fans went to go protest the headquarters. The fans literally protested. If anybody watched the Cruz Azul game, the fans literally, they stopped cheering for 5 minutes at the Azteca, and then the 70th minute to protest the 7-0 loss to America, the Cruz Azul's fans literally turned their backs on Cruz Azul.
A little dramatic, man.
Yeah, but it's soccer.
Okay, look,
it's soccer.
But like showing up, hitting the guy's car outside
with an egg,
and
obvious metaphor.
Like people are scared. I mean that there's like player safety there. Imagine if they see some guys like, I think it happened with Chivas. Look, I get it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. America. I'm not an America fan at all, but it looks like almost a clear favorite I mean, look at the turnaround that it's done.
Yeah.
Leon being Leon, loses by 5, loses by 4, then wins by 4, and scores lots of goals.
Yeah, shout out to Leon, Pachuca, and Santos, all scoring 4 goals over the weekend.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody that's been following us, obviously, here on the live show. We'll continue to do these live shows. If you're on YouTube, send us, subscribe. You'll get a little notification every time we go on. This was a little bit, this is a little fun because we try to do it a little early. There's lots of football going on. And then first time here on TikTok, if you've followed me, again, send Cesar a message to get on TikTok.
So I have an account, and then I uninstalled it.
User 15037.
It has my face. My face looks very professional. I think I only followed like Amy and then like some family member, and I'm like, this is too much work, and then I just uninstalled it.
All right. I'll put it back on. For all you guys on TikTok, if you want to listen to the Mexican Soccer Show on iTunes and on Spotify, you can also drop a follow. I'll put a little description on, but you can go. The Mexican Soccer Show also has a TikTok account, and we put pretty cool highlights there. Also, thank you so much to our producer, Amy Lopez, who does an amazing job putting it all together.
Thank you, Amy.
She had to run off. Usually she says goodbye. But yeah, keep listening to us. And if you give us a good rating if you like the show, you like more Mexican soccer content on the Apple podcast. The Apple podcast. Give us 5. Yeah, we'll it helps us grow a little bit more. But yeah. All right, Cesar and I getting ready.
I'm re-downloading.
Okay,
up.
there you go.
There, I can write
Cesar
down.
and I are getting ready to be in Qatar. We had our talks. Hopefully, everything goes well. And yeah, so it's going to be pretty cool to see. So we'll continue to do these. Cesar.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens against Paraguay. We'll see you all in the next Mexican Soccer Show next Monday. Shout out to Adriana, and we'll talk to you all later. Adios. I'm going to try to see.